Good morning. Well, we are always concerned about the growing population and the scarcity of food that is likely to accrue. But this is only one of the issues that faces us. An important issue, but that which is not insurmountable. As a matter of fact, this issue, along with the other issues, is such where solutions can be found right by your side, near at hand. The tragedy of the man is that we look before and after and pine for what is not. Our search always precludes what is nearest to us. We always overlook those solutions which are easy, which are convenient, and which are right at hand, and then keep on finding solutions in a myriad ways that are far off, distant, and maybe too difficult as well. Well, coming to the situation, let's consider that we are today 7+ billion people. And by 2050, we shall cross 9 billion. Naturally, when the population increases, the quantity of arable, cultivable land would decrease. You will need more land for agriculture, but then you need have less because you have already used that land for having houses, factories, commercial centers, and so on. So what to do? That is to change our habits. And it's not difficult. Sometimes we feel that we must only have strawberry and asparagus. We must have beef or mutton or lamb, and we ignore other goods which can be used. But there are 2 billion people today, even today, who are living on the food which most of you would find crazy and maybe even revolting, but that's extremely useful. Are you aware that the ancient Aztecs used to have fly eggs omelets from the fly eggs? They would eat it. If they're not an omelet, they'll eat the eggs of the flies. Well, you find it nauseating and revolting. And the natives in Aparicio used to eat crickets. So if you start diverting your food, you have two benefits. A, you are utilizing and maintaining the natural equilibrium. B, you are saving on land and also on water, because these are going to be the two most scarce commodities in the world. Are you aware that a pound of critter, 100 grams of critters, ordinary worms, has 5.5 grams of fat, 18.6 grams of protein, while 100 grams of beef and caterpillar have 23 grams of the same, of the protein. So start eating caterpillars and start eating critters, and your problem is solved. And now look at the saving. 1 pound of beef needs 2,000 gallons of water. Imagine. And 400 square meters of land. 1 pound of critters and others need 1 gallon of water and 40 square feet of land. Now you would say, why do so? Why eat critters? It's awful, it's bad. But as I said earlier, already 2 billion people are eating this food. This healthy food, this food which has been used by the Aztecs and the Peruvian Indians, which is being eaten in Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos, which is being eaten in the parts of Philippines and China, which is being eaten in Latin America, and those people have no issues. So it's a matter of changing your habits, and it's so simple. The solution lies in the very simplicity of things. That you change your way. Why eat beef? The caterpillars are in plenty, the snails are in plenty, the critters are in plenty. Start eating them, fry them and eat them. And quite possible you would not know the difference. I remember once I was traveling through Belize and I was offered a condiment with the fish. And they said, do you want it hot? I said, yes, of course. And they served me red sauce. I had it. I liked it. I liked it as long as I did not know what its ingredients were. And its major ingredients were red ants. The moment I heard it, I had a feeling of nausea because of my background. Same is happening to you possibly when I'm talking about it. But then later on I thought, well, what's wrong with it? If I like the taste, and if these people had not told me it contains red ants, I would have kept on enjoying it. So basically, it's no difference whether I eat it or I don't eat it, as long as I can enjoy it. It's healthy, it's good, it's tasty. You see, when you're tasting a new food, just close your eyes and forget about the ingredients. You will enjoy it. Well, I was saying that simple things happen and they can solve our issues, but we don't ignore them. Way back, one lady was quite troubled by her dog. Her dog would sniff at it and would start jumping at her. He would go near her bosom, smell it, and make bad sounds. The lady met Dr. Guest. Dr. Guest was a family physician and he was working on cancer. I said, look here, I'm tired of my dog. I'm thinking of putting him to sleep. He said, why? Well, he's always trying to paw my bosom. And the doctor said, let's test it. And they tested and found cancer. Dogs have an uncanny capability of identifying cancer. Do we use them? No. As a matter of fact, if we try to use the animals, we can save many lives. Rats, for example, have an extremely weird, uncanny and great capability to detect landmines. There are hundreds and thousands of landmines in Vietnam, in Congo, in Cambodia, in Laos, where Viet Cong earlier and Khmer Rouge and the Americans planted landmines, resulting in hundreds and thousands of the people being killed and maimed. And that's why Princess Diana was doing a great job in detecting and removing the landmines. But her work was primarily focused in Africa, but it's all over the world. Now imagine rats, which have a great capacity for nosing around and identifying landmines, if they are used, how many lives would be saved? As a matter of the rat is so light that even if he jumps on the landmine won't explode. But it identifies and goes there, and then the land mining personnel can go, remove the landmine, and make it harmless. Again, a very simple situation. But do we accept the simple situations? Now, this issue of solving the food problems by shifting the food habits, of identifying impediment to the health using the a dog's sense of smell, and the rat's sense of identifying landmines. These animal supersensory perceptions. Do we ever use them? We always say dogs are great as pets, but we only think that they are good guards, good guides, and good pets around the home. Nothing more than that. As a matter of fact, the uncanny capability of these dogs is normally not identified. So coming back to my original cases, that the tragedy of human being is that they do not want easy, simple solutions. Their search is always for the exotic and esoteric, difficult, and how more difficult a solution is, the better it appeals to them. The convoluted solution is always preferred to a simple solution. Is it because of the challenge that poses? Or is it because the attraction that an unknown has to the human beings? Whatever it may be. Most of our problems are such that simple, everyday solutions can be found and life can be made much easier. Maybe we are obsessed with our A, upbringing, B, with our ingrained cultural habits, C, with our contempt for what is simple and easily available, and D, our desire to have those solutions which are not easily affordable. Maybe that gives us a sense of superiority. That okay, we are using a solution which ordinary people cannot use. Maybe that pampers our ego. Whatever the reason may be, the far-fetched solutions have more complexities, cost more, and may not often be as useful as claimed to be. These simple solutions have stood the test of time. It's altering your thought pattern. It's altering your mindset. It's your capacity to accept things that will solve your problems. And looking for viable, clean, and economical methods is a way of easy living. Easy living does not mean puzzling living. It means straightforward living. Changing our habits for the better, changing our attitudes for the better is the panacea to our issues. Thank you.